What is up, guys? Dashing here, Native Community Universe Mode in edition number 118 of Friday Night Genesis. Woo! We gotta wake up in here, you know? Slap myself awake a little bit. What is up, all? What up, Topher Dynamic Soul? You beautiful little boy. I know some of you might get scared with that little lag at the beginning, but it's been doing that lately. Lag at the very beginning just a little bit, and then it goes away, so I have faith. What up, go? Welcome all for another action-packed here on a Friday. It is Genesis, and we are certainly getting things started in a big way with some tag team action as the Clicks Bob Luger and Elijah Stewart set to take on D'Angelo Prince and the brand spanking new CMV Alpha World Champion, the Blow Ibra himself, Chris Andrews. Tonight's Just from Tottenham is a banger, perhaps one of the best episodes we've had this season, no doubt. The main event got 2 title matches tonight. The tag team titles will see Imaginary Friends after defeating Chaos and Order last Sunday at Point Break in that #1 contenders match, get their title shot against Sanders Slate and Randy Borton. And we also have the International Championship on the line as Lance Martini, or now he is now being known as, looks to make Dallas Steel's championship reign a short one. And we have got the start of the 4th annual CMV Cyborg Invitational. The brackets have been announced by Castle Fave last week. 6 men this year, but if you do not know what entails of the Cyborg Invitational, I should make a command for that, actually, later on. That'd be smart. It is a round-robin tournament. Last year, the past 2 years, there's been 8 men. The first year, it was 10. This year, it is just 6, as it is a Genesis exclusive, but a round-robin tournament where the man who places in first will get a guaranteed Alpha World title shot, and those who place in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th will compete in a game of Feast or Fired, where 2 of them will receive title shots after either the mid-card championship or tag titles, and the other will receive a pink slip and will be fired. Again, if you want a real in-depth rundown, cast the fave on our website, cmvwrestling.com. ! Join right there. We'll give you a link. You can check it out for yourself. But starting things off with a bang, tag team action. It is Bob Luger and Elijah Stewart taking on D'Angelo Prince and Chris Andrews. Bob Luger and the Brit, a part of the Elimination Chamber this past Sunday at Point Break to crown the Alpha World Champion. After Guri Suckanov was eliminated 2nd, we were guaranteed a new champion. The final 2, it came down to Rey Furioso and Chris Andrews, and the Brit took a leap of faith off the top of a pod, landing right on the back of Furioso's head to get the 3 count and become our new Alpha World Champion. Bob Luger certainly is upset about that. He was eliminated, I believe, 3rd by Paul Anderson. And it has been announced, guys, of course, we are just 4 weeks away from the 3rd annual Absolution pay-per-view host to the 6th annual CMV Royal Rumble. The last stop for Genesis before that is Wild Card in 3 weeks, but that's a special event, not really a pay-per-view. But for Absolution, the first matchup has been confirmed for the Genesis side, as Guri Suckanov has enacted his rematch clause and will take on the Bloody Brit for the championship one-on-one. When it comes to one-on-one, Guri has 2 wins over the Brit this season. Ken Andrews in his first defense, and actually Brit might not even be champion, mind you. That's the matchup currently set, but at Wildcard, every champion on Genesis will have to defend their title against a completely random challenger, so Britt very well may not be champion come Absolution. Every single superstar on the Genesis roster will be entered into a raffle, I guess, if you will. Completely randomly generated. Whoever gets selected will take on the respective champions. As now here comes Elijah Stewart, fresh off that victory over Josh Wolf at Point Break. And of course, Elijah Stewart along with Wolf are a part of the Cyborg Invitational. Adam Valentine and Reese Matthews get it started up next year on Genesis, and also Du Lazaire and Reese Ortiz a part of the lineup. I believe this is the first time in a long time that Elijah Stewart and the Bloody Brit have been on opposite sides. They went one-on-one way back when, leading up to Ascendance 4, I'm pretty sure it was. But they've been allies largely this season. And of course now Elijah Stewart, a part of the Click Brotherhood. As here comes D'Angelo Prince, who was a part of the International Championship Elimination Chamber, Suntan Topher. And D'Angelo Prince over this past month holds 2 singles wins over Elijah Stewart. So Chris Andrews got to be feeling pretty good about having him as a partner here. Prince, as I said, was a part of the International Title Elimination Chamber. He was eliminated second. The new champion, Dallas Steele, defends his title later on tonight against the former champ, No Fun Martini. And guys, this Genesis, we could have history in the making, as in the main event, we know Imaginary Friends will challenge Sanders Slate and Randy Orton for the World Tag Team titles. If Click can retain 2 records, the first being most defenses as World Tag Team Champions, they're currently tied with hashtag trending worldwide, 5 defenses apiece. If they retain tonight, obviously they'll make it 6, and the other record will be the second longest reigning World Tag Team Champions, currently held by the United Kingdom at 5 months. Tonight, Click are at 5 months, so obviously if they retain by the next time they defend, which will be Wild Card in 3 weeks, they'll have broken that record as well. Prince was never on a match, but he has had quite the journey in his CMV career. First, he was on Fusion when he first arrived in CMV. Then he was gone for a while. Hadn't seen him. He came back last season on Fusion for a couple of months before being taken out by Xander Slade, actually. Then he was on NGW at the start of this season. Now, after NGW closed, he is back as a member of the Genesis roster, as here comes his partner for the night, the brand new CMV Alpha World Champion, and only the second man ever who can say he's held both that title and the Undisputed Championship. Taking a leap off the top of a pod inside. Oh, there's that. Yeah! A leap off the top of the pod. Throwing caution to the wind. And just murdering Ray Furioso in order to capture that championship. Now with his first defense coming up in 3 weeks' time at Wild Card, having absolutely no idea what's coming his way. None of the champions going to be able to prepare for their defenses. But I'm sure that's not going to hinder the Bloody Brit, and he is right now. He's got to worry about Bob Luger and Elijah Stewart, as Luger and D'Angelo are going to start things off. Actually, Josh, it was 2 episodes. All right, German suplex right out of the gate. Speaking of Ray Furioso, he's actually in action tonight, guys. Was supposed to be teaming up with Brule to take on the 7 Deadly Sins in Mercantile and Chaos and Order, but a little bit of news regarding Brule. D'Angelo Prince and Britt Angel actually left the arena earlier today. They showed up just to tell General Manager Castlefade that they will not be able to compete tonight, as they have prior plans to attend to. So they have bailed on Ray Furioso, and I've now been told by Cass that he'll be in a 3-on-1 handicap match because of that. He'll have to take on Marketel and Chaos and Order all by himself. Brule, with prior engagements, deciding to just leave Furioso hanging. As right now, Luger goes up to the second turnbuckle. Beautiful dropkick attempted, but D'Angelo is able to move out of the way. Again, the start of the 4th annual Cyborg Invitational up next here on Genesis, as Adam Valentine will take on Reese Matthews. That should definitely be an interesting matchup. Tag here to the new Alpha World Champion. The Bloody Brit may be our first time seeing him with the belt, as Bob Luger takes him down. These two guys have fought one-on-one over these past couple months. The first time Britt won via countout. And was that just a couple weeks ago? My mind is completely frayed. I don't remember the outcome of that one. Oh, Britt won. Yeah, Britt won again by pinfall that time. There's that vintage dashing memory. So Andrews definitely has himself a pretty nice looking record over the work ethic titan. What Luger told me earlier tonight, I passed by him in the hallway. I didn't even look at him. He just started talking to me. He said, "I'm gonna get back that Alpha World Championship one way or another." You know, Luger might get lucky if that wild card he gets randomly selected. He could get that shot at the title. Right now, Britt with a trio of power bombs, as Elijah Stewart's trying to cheer his good brother on. Now up into a seated position. Now a kneeling position. The Bloody Brit, 2 for 2 in Elimination Chamber matches. Man, I still can't believe that he jumped off the top of the pod. What a risk taken by the Brit, all for just to go home with that Alpha World Championship. Can he stay atop the mountain, though? If he can retain it wild card, then he's got to deal with Gary Suckin on Absolution. This time last year, Brit at Absolution as he goes for that vintage pop-up German suplex. Last year at Absolution, Brit was actually defending the Undisputed title against Schmitty, I do believe it was. Now heading into this year's Absolution as the Alpha World Champion. What a difference a year can make. Goes for a punch to the side of the head, an elbow to the midsection though by Bob Luger. Knows he's in big trouble as he closes in for a scoop slam, drops down behind, does the Brit for a reverse DDT. Now, Chris Andrews waiting in the wings, looking to make it 3 for 3 over Luger. Revenge! Drops the 2-time Alpha World Champion Elijah Stewart. Not looking too happy about it. We haven't even seen Stewart legal yet. As Brit hooks the leg, could this one be over already? Elijah going to make the save just before the count of 2. This one going to continue as D'Angelo looks to take out his longtime rival, but got there a little bit too late. 2 championship matches tonight, guys. First up, the international title will be on the line just in a couple of matches. Lance Martini gets his rematch. Coney Island Cyclone by Luger takes out the Brit, or as he is now known as No Fun Martini. Looking to make Dallas Steel's reign the shortest in CMV history. Now a German suplex to follow it up. Not just one. Taking a page out of the Brits book is Luger as he takes the Alpha World Champion to Suplex City. Bob Luger with the power on display. Shades of his Poppy. The legendary Lex dropped into a European uppercut. Beautifully, beautifully done. And now a tag to Elijah Stewart. Legal for the first time in this matchup. Nice and fresh as the Good Vibes Kid, a former 2-time Alpha World Champion as well. With that win over Josh Wolf. Got to be feeling pretty good about himself. He and Josh Wolf will meet again eventually as they are both a part of this year's Cyborg Invitational. Ties up the legs. Bring with a sharpshooter being applied right now on Elijah Stewart. Like I said, this is the first time in a good while these two have actually gone head-to-head on opposite sides since, I believe, 2 seasons ago. Since season 3. Elijah Stewart battling out of the corners. I think Britt may have been looking for a tag to D'Angelo Prince Bateman, you little slice of heaven. That D'Angelo Prince, 2 victories. Does D'Angelo hold to Elijah Stewart in the past month with that hot tag quelled real quick with a catchphrase, then a psych out stomp. That's just a little preview of the new attitude that Elijah Stewart exhibits being a part of Click. Not done either. Kick to the midsection, guys, and with the Brit down, D'Angelo in big trouble. The Book of Eli. It could be all over right here. 1, 2. No, just a 2 count. D'Angelo Prince able to keep this matchup going. I don't remember. I just remember they went one-on-one before Ascendance 4. That's the last time I'm pretty sure they ever fought. Double chicken wing dropped into a gut bust to the knees, right to the midsection. Now D'Angelo Prince making sure he stays afloat here in this matchup. Spinning soul kick. The Brit certainly found himself quite the partner to team with here tonight to take on Luger. And Elijah, single boot to the chest, another single boot to the chest, ducks the clothesline into a rotation neckbreaker. Of course, guys, Gary Suckinov is in action tonight. The #1 contender for the Alpha World Championship in our co-main event will take on Paul Anderson, the man who eliminated him inside of the chamber this past Sunday at Point Break. Gary Suckinov will get his rematch for the Alpha World title at Absolution. The question is, will Britt still be the champion as we get an heir to the throne by D'Angelo, and that might be enough to do it as he's going to follow through with the Tequila Sunrise. Luger coming in right away to make the save, not even locked in for a second. D'Angelo got to be pissed about that, but referee Perry White maintaining order, telling Luger to get the hell out of the ring. D'Angelo is real miffed. Elijah looks to be completely out of it, though. If I were D'Angelo, I'd try for a pin right now, as he's going to. 1, 2, 1, 2, just a 2 count. Tag to the new Alpha World Champion. Britt coming back into the fray to get his hands on Elijah Stewart. He's not bald. He's got that dank dyed blonde hair. It's pretty hard to see, but it's there. Hump handle Uranagi attempted by Stewart, but Britt can be able to escape. Wrong time to taunt there. And now the German suplex. Britt been a big fan of this maneuver as of late. Into the Rainmaker. Short arm clothesline. Gut wrench suplex to follow through as now Britt. You see Luger on the apron. Is looking not happy at all. Revenge! Gonna put Stewart down. Looks like he's in La La Land. If D'Angelo can stop Luger, this will be all over. Just a 2 count though. Luger coming in for the save. Why would he dye his beard blonde? Bob Luger takes out D'Angelo. Britt's got to get out of the ring as well. Watch referee Perry White's count here. Short arm shoulder block. But Elijah going to take out D'Angelo now. You know, Stewart's got to be feeling some type of way about the fact that D'Angelo's beaten him twice as of late. Tag to Bob Luger now as Chris Andrews just lying in wait. Pretty much a 1v2 handicap situation. Elbow though, as I think Luger might have been going for the Luger landing. Winding uppercut. Right up under that jaw and a cliffhanger. Once again, to the cardio maniac. Brings Bob Luger up to his feet. Luger, though, with an elbow to the midsection. Never count out the 2-time Alpha World Champion. What's with Elijah and Luger taunting at the worst possible times? Now a small package. 1, 2. Nearly steals it, but not quite enough to keep Luger down. As Britt looks to dish out his 3rd revenge in this matchup. And there it is. Luger falling like a sack of stones. Will this be enough? Can D'Angelo stop Stewart? Will Elijah make the save again? 1, 2, 3. The bloody brick. And D'Angelo Prince able to stop Eli. Get the win here over their respective foes. This was the opening matchup, Bateman. Here on Genesis number 118, D'Angelo Prince and Chris Andrews getting the victory over Bob Luger and Elijah Stewart. The Brick kicking off his reign in impressive fashion. In 3 weeks, he, along with every other champion on Genesis, will have to defend his title against a completely unknown champion. Shit, it might be D'Angelo Prince. A completely unknown challenger, I should say. It could be a D'Angelo Prince that gets selected to fight Britt. We never know. We won't know until wild card in 3 weeks. But tonight, the Britt and D'Angelo are going to celebrate a big win to kick off the show. And on a night where we have ourselves 2 championship matches, the International Championship up for grabs as No Fun Martini and X's rematch clause challenging Dallas Steel. And an history could be made as Imaginary Friends Challenge Click. Up next, it is the start of the 4th annual Cyborg Invitational as the self-proclaimed GOAT Adam Valentine takes on the total package Reese Matthews, who of course is still deep into his investigation to figure out exactly who spit out that gum that he stepped in some weeks ago. That kept him out of the Elimination Chamber match at Point Break. I actually walked by him backstage earlier. He had a Holmes hat and a magnifying glass. He was walking around backstage. So let it be known that he is definitely still on the case. We have a tweet right here from him. Says, this whole invitational is throwing off my investigation, but I guess it's worth it. The dirty imp that spat out that gum will be found soon enough. Yeah, Reese is definitely still on the case, but tonight he had best be focused. The Cyborg Invitational not only puts you down in the history books forever, but the person who places in first gets that guaranteed Alpha World Championship match. And even if you place in 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, you still have a chance to perhaps come out with a mid-card title shot or at least a tag team title shot, but also you have the chance to be fired from Genesis. It is 6 people this year. Past years it's been 8. The first year it was 10. This is a Genesis exclusive. Again, Castle Fave explained everything on our website, cmvwrestling.com. If you want to check that out, all you got to know is it is a round-robin tournament. 15 matches in total over the next couple of months, as Valentine and Reese will kick things off here. And Adam Valentine with a new attire about himself. Conspiracy victim on the back. He says the conspiracy continues after his loss to Luke Swanson at Point Break. Remember when the Alpha World title shot was on the line for him. Tonight, guys, we also have the return of both Jaquan Shea and Anarchy champion John Reed after being suspended both for 2 weeks. They'll go head-to-head tonight in a 2 out of 3 falls Anarchy rules match. Next week, John Reed will be defending his Anarchy title against an opponent of your choosing. On our website, currently a poll is active. You can choose between Nicholas Hemmerling, Luke Swanson himself, or D'Angelo Prince. 5th and 6th get nothing, Soul. They go down the history books forever. Their embarrassment will be showcased. Yes, of course, this tournament named after the one and only Cyborg, a former King of the Ring winner, world champion, hardcore champion. I think it was actually Cole Savage who initially brought the Invitational about way back when in season 2. I don't remember the exact circumstances that led to the Invitational actually being created, but all I know is that it's a yearly thing now in CMV. The past 3 winners have been Troy Voodoo, the year clean slate. It should be said that every man who's won the Cyborg Invitational has lost 1 match. Troy Voodoo finished, 8-1. Justin Sane finished 7-1. And last year, Travis King finished 7-1, or 6-1 rather. He and Justin Sane 6-1 because it was 8 guys in total in the Invitational. So every winner of the Invitational has lost at least 1 match. Will that tradition keep up this time? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the person who has the worst Invitational record in its history is Jamari Williams, who finished 0-6 last year's Invitational. I think he got 1 win. Maybe 1-5, but I think 0-6. You can check for yourself in the history book. As here comes the former undisputed champion, Reese Matthews, on the hunt for the rapscallion that spat out that gum, but taking a moment's reprieve to focus on the Invitational here. Reese Matthews actually been doing fairly well for himself as of late, despite the loss to Bob Luger and the loss in the Battle Royal, coming off a good amount of wins. Let's see if he can pick it back up in the Invitational, adjusting his knee pads there as referee Perry White now brings the bell up. Next, guys, it is our first of 2 championship matches tonight. The International Championship will be on the line as the man formerly known as the Party Boy, Lance Martini. No fun. Martini challenges Dallas Steele. Looking to make his reign the shortest in CMV history, restarting things off strong. Then we've got that 2 out of 3 falls Anarchy rules match between Jaquan Shea and John Reed. What an enziguri by Valentine out of the corner, catching Reese right in the back of the head. Again, like I said, every Invitational has taken at least 1 loss, so whoever takes the L here shouldn't be discouraged too much. They could come back. Brainbuster, followed by an Irish whip. Now Reese rebounding off the ropes. Our second matchup of the night, and a little thigh slap. Going to take out Reese. Early pin attempt by the self-proclaimed GOAT. Not even a 1 count, though. Punch to the top of the head. Going to stun Reese long enough for Valentine to lock in a front face lock. And then a little rotating neck breaker. Reese is dropped it down to the shoulder, and a neck breaker of his own to fire back. Side headlock being applied. Reese Matthews can always take a moment to show off a little bit during his matches. Rebounds off the ropes. Now the former undisputed champion brings an elbow right down to the top of Adam Valentine's head. Interesting to note that all 6 men involved in this year's Cyborg Invitational have not been involved in any others. They are newbies to the concept. As once again, this headstand side headlock being applied by Reese Matthews. And really liking it. A third time is having some fun at the expense of Valentine. Will the conspiracy continue tonight? Will Adam Valentine get a much-needed victory and take the lead as it stands in the Invitational? Fireman's carry overhead now. Valentine dropped down onto his ass. That's going to create an opening for Matthews to close in on. Are you excited for that matchup? I can confirm that the next Invitational matchup will be on next week's Reality Wrestling. The main event will be Dulazier versus Reese Ortiz in their Invitational matchup. That's the next one in the lineup. And then there will be 2 Invitational matches on next week's Genesis. Not exactly sure who's going to be involved in them just yet, but there will be 2 on next week's episode. As we actually have a tweet here from Josh Wolf, guys, that says, the 2 conspiracy theorists fighting first is hilarious. Whoever wins can't make any more excuses, and the one who loses makes even more excuses. I don't know if I'd say Reese is so much an conspiracy theorist, as he just wants to find out who the hell spat out that gum that cost him a chance for the Alpha World title. Misses that elbow drop horribly. Wow, like a centimeter off. Where is Cam? I don't know. He's somewhere. Soon. Reese Matthews turns around after Valentine gets done taunting the CMV Universe. Dropped right down to the top rope. Chest. Gonna make it hard for Matthews to breathe, but he fights through the pain now. Shoots it. Ooh, a little bit of a flapjack. As he grabs Valentine by the arm and leg. Valentine must be completely limp. What? Wait a minute. Matthews! Yes, Reese. On the hunt here. That patented BTF of his, BFT, whatever the fuck. Knee to the face, followed by a discus clothesline, and wasting no time. The former undisputed champion looks to take the lead. And the Cyborg Invitational single into hook face pusher counter by Valentine into a short arm clothesline. What a reversal. That clutch right there by the GOAT. And now Valentine going for something or another, but Reese able to reverse as Reese now with a kick to the midsection and a neck breaker once more. Yeah, I can't wait to see the Reeses collide. We're going to get Reese Matthews versus Reese Ortiz eventually in the Invitational. Counter after counter. I don't know what the hell Reese was going for there. Maybe another BFT, I'm not sure. But now a hook and ladder by Adam Valentine. Yo, what up, Tori, my friend? Welcome to CMV. Glad to have you. Exclamation point CMV will let you know a little bit more about us if you're interested at all, my friend. And a tweet from Joshua now says, Dashing's bias is hilarious. My bias towards what, huh? What? What's he talking about? Adam Valentine mounting a comeback. Reese shutting it down, or looking to at least, as he's taking overhead with that fireman's carry. Reese and Reese. I'll just have to call them Matthews and Ortiz during the match. Break in the eyes now by Valentine. Dirty heel tactics, able to take control back. Suplex, drops Reese right down onto his neck. 1, 2. Our command is exclamation point CMB, Tori. Right there for you, my friend. Oh, no, that's the one I already posted. My bad. It's that. There you go. Josh has got you. Oh, wait a minute. Valentine. Oh, what a neck breaker by Adam. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, and Valentine takes the lead in the Invitational. What a nasty neck breaker. The velocity behind that. If you would like to join, all you have to do is follow that link right there, Tori, cmvwrestling.com. Register with a username and password, I should say. It takes you only a couple minutes. And then upload your call with hashtag CMV. Great matchup between these two to start off the Invitational. Valentine gets the win. Look at this thing, man. What torque on that neck breaker. There was no way Matthews was kicking out of that. The conspiracy quelled for tonight as Adam Valentine takes the lead. Yes, this is Xbox One also. Adam Valentine, 1-0 to kick off the Invitational. Oh, whoops, I forgot this match was first. Why is the man so small? Sorry about that. Getting a quick drink of water. So before our first of two championship matches tonight, the international title, of course, on the line, as No Fun Martini gets his rematch against new champion Dallas Steele. We have got what was supposed to be a six-man tag team matchup. Ray Furioso was meant to team up with Brule to take on the seven deadly sins, Chaos and Order, and Marcantel here. But as I said earlier tonight, Brule actually showed up to the arena, told Castle Fate that they had prior engagements to attend to, and then left. Actually, a tweet right here just in time from Dulé says, "We had to take a stand after Mr. White refused to apologize." So this is... And a tweet from Brett says, "Also, I don't like Ray." So apparently it's a protest against referee Perry White. There's been a little bit of friction between Brule and our senior official here on Genesis as of late. They got into it backstage at Point Break. So now Ray Furioso is forced to go it alone. Now 1v3. You know, Ray Furioso, not exactly the most popular guy backstage. A lot of people kind of shun him for nearly ending Red Angel's career back in Ascendance with that Tilt-A-Whirl Fujiwara armbar of his. So I'm sure he probably tried to find some partners but couldn't. Yeah, and let's not forget that Ray Furioso this past Sunday at Point Break got, fucking flattened by Chris Andrews. The Bloody Brick jumped off the top of a pod and landed right in the back of Furioso's head to eliminate him last in the chamber and win the Alpha World Championship. Sorry about that. Was getting another drink of water. Very thirsty boy. As here come the three representatives of the seven deadly sins. Of course, their leader, the CMV Anarchy champion John Reed, returns to action later on tonight against Shaquan Shea in a 2 out of 3 falls Anarchy Rules match, but it was certainly not a great night for the seven deadly sins at Point Break. First, Zach Cage lost the inside of the Elimination Chamber with the international title on the line. Then Chaos and Order took the L to the returning Imaginary Friends. Then Marcantel in the main event was unable to capture the Alpha World Championship, but hoping to bounce back here tonight. Dulé tweets out saying there's not even 7 of them. There actually is, though. These 3, along with Zach Cage, John Reed, and Alexia Stroud, and I don't know who the other is, to be honest, over on Ferocity. But Alexia Stroud and another Vixen comprise the 7 Deadly Sins. But here we go. It was meant to be a 6-man tag team match. Now has Furioso pitted against the 7 Deadly Sins all on his own, as it'll be he and Nami and Audrey starting things off. Know that Imaginary Friends later on in our main event will get their title shot against Xander Slate and Randy Borton of Click. After beating Chaos and Order at Point Break, Furioso got to give a little bit of respect, though, for even showing up. I'm among one of those people that's exactly not the biggest Furioso fan after what he did to Brad Angel. You know, Brad Angel's such a precious commodity in CMV that Ray Furioso nearly ending his career was a pretty big deal. But I'm not going to take anything away from Furioso's in-ring ability. He's a former Rising Star champion as he gets off a nice Hurricane Rana right there. Up to the second turnbuckle. And Ray Furioso's looking to fly through the air. Nice drop kick. Double boot straight to the face. Mark Cattell, definitely the bruiser, the brute of the 7 Deadly Sins. Next to the Audrey brothers. Next to most people, looks like a fucking behemoth. And a tweet here, guys, from Brett Angel now. Says, look at that ref. So smug, so rude. Hashtag 27 seconds. So apparently wherever Dulay's there and Brett Angel went, they're still watching this matchup, keeping an eye on referee Perry White, protesting. I don't know exactly what the end goal is. Do they want Perry White fired from officiating here on Genesis? He's been our senior official all season long. He's made some mistake, made his mistakes, a couple of bad calls, but all rep. Look at Murphy over on Fusion, that motherfucker. Furioso, though, guys, with the arm right over his knees, and now to the tilt-a-whirl Fujiwara armbar. The man trying to get to the ropes. Is someone going to come in and help him? This is the maneuver that nearly ended Brett Angel's career. Oh, he's able to escape and fucking warp through time. Now a tag to his brother Reynard. Punch to the back. Teamwork between Chaos and Order. Furioso put out onto the apron. That is not a place he wants to be. Springboard holding his own. Not only holding his own, dominating, dare I say, is Furioso. And a tweet here, guys, from Adam Valentine says, while I am very aware of the fact that this tournament is just to distract me from exposing the conspiracy to all the sheeple of the CMV universe, that match proved even when the conspiracy is bringing me down, I'm still the GOAT. Dula's there telling me to mind my business here. Why don't you mind your business? Dule. What kind of name is that? Dule Zaire. Knife edge chop attempted. Reynard bounces out of the way, and then what a wicked spinning forearm, or spinning European uppercut, rather. Now we have a half camel clutch. You see how Reynard puts his knee to the lower back of Furioso, a wrenching back on the jaw, and a Salida del Sol Shiranui for the layman. To the top rope goes Reynard, representing Chaos. Looks to fly high. Usually it's his brother Namian that's the risk taker. Not this time. Nice drop kick. A lot of drop kicks in this match. 7 Deadly Sins. They've got the numbers advantage. Able to tag in and out. What you guys barking at? But look at this, guys. The brothers Audrey are looking to finish this matchup off with that debilitating assisted tombstone pile driver. Ralph is just so psyched. He's a big 7 Deadly Sins fan. Will that do it? 1, 2. No. Wow. No. Okay. Not a lot of people have managed to kick out of that. Hey, Ralph. Ralph. This guy's like responding to me. Tag to Marcantel now. And here comes the true Dark Lord to pick on the bones. Elbow drop from the 300-plus Ralph. Knock it off. Everybody's barking at the door. Oh, boy. All right, buddy. There's nothing. Cut it out. Marcantel wrapping his big meaty claw around the throat of Furioso and just shoving him back, man. Rey Furioso really was the dark horse of the Elimination Chamber match this past Sunday at Point Break, but looking into the final two, that's just a testament to how impressive this kid is and why people shouldn't take him lightly like they shouldn't right now, because he is whooping some ass. Rolling sunset flip powerbomb now. As Marcantel's put up into a seated position, moves out of the way just to take a time. The former Anarchy champion closes in, gets a stomp to the quad though for his troubles. Just gonna say what up to Namian before dropping a drop kick. Off the springboard. Oh, and here we go. Just looking to break every member of the Seven Deadly Sins' arms. Bam! Right over the knee. Softening Marcantel up for that Tilty-Wara Fujiwara armbar. Marcantel trying to get to the ropes to utilize them. Get back up to a vertical base. Lying in a way elbow to the midsection. As much as I might respect Rey Furioso's in-ring abilities, I just don't think he has a chance here. No matter how much he fights, it might be a moot point. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Tilty-Wara Fujiwara armbar. It is locked in. Will Marcantel be forced to submit? No, he'll escape as well. And now Marcantel with that nasty powerbomb of his. You see the way that Furioso, the back of his head just whipped off of the canvas. Stomp under the leg, and Marcantel is just tearing Furioso apart right now. Forearm smash. That bolama, that's gotta be it. 1, 2, 3. The Seven Deadly Sins victorious. And who knows how this match would have gone if Brule had actually showed up, instead leaving Furioso to his own demise. A good win and good momentum that John Reed will surely feed off of later on tonight when he takes on Jaquan Shea in that 2 out of 3 falls Anarchy Rules match. Again, though, props to Furioso for even surviving as long as he did. And not only that, but actually beating the hell out of every member, too, on his way down. Whew. And a tweet here from Dule says, a real ref would have called off the match, but we can't expect too much from Mr. White. I like that we're literally just seeing the outline of their pants. It's so dark. All right, my fine feathered friends, and it's time for our first of 2 championship matches tonight on Genesis number 118. What the hell is this? There's always got to be something weird on me, you know? But indeed, our first of 2 title matches at our main event at World Tag Team titles will be decided, guys, with history hanging in the balance along with the gold. Imaginary Friends challenge Xander Slate and Randy Orton. But first up, the international title will be on the line. The former party boy, Lance Martini, of course, losing his championship this past Sunday at Point Break inside of the Chamber in his first defense. And it was earlier tonight he came out here dressed up in his new digs, new haircut. And he said, I am done. Partying got me nowhere. You know, doing what I do for you guys, having a good time. It lost me my championship. Talked about how everybody's been calling him a fluke champion because, remember, he was voted in to the international title match back at SummerSlam. So since then, a lot of the naysayers were spouting off saying, you know, the only reason you ever became champion was you got lucky because the fans. Lance said, I ain't get lucky. I won because of my own abilities. And I'm done giving you all what you want. No more partying, no more fun. All business is Lance Martini, or No Fun Martini, as he goes by now. I was actually walking backstage earlier today, and I saw him. I said, hey, what up, Lance? He took his baton and hit me in the back of the knee with it. And he said, if you ever call me that again, I will bash your brains in. And I said, oh, my God. You know, we shared a ham sandwich just the week prior. But no more funny business for Mr. Martini as he's looking to reclaim his international championship here tonight from that man. The new holder of the gold, the man who survived the confines of the Elimination Chamber, Dallas Steele, with a record of 12-2 in his CMV career. Beat out Brent King. If he loses to Martini, he will go down in history the shortest reign of the international title. Actually, no, he won't. He'd be the second shortest reign. I just remembered that Ryan Kent held the title for only a day in season 3. He won it from Jamari Williams and then lost it the very next day on Fusion. So he'd be, if he loses here, the second shortest reign in CMV history, which is still pretty embarrassing. But I'm not taking anything away from Mr. Steele. 12-2. And calls himself the genetic perfection, and for good reason. Just look at the guy. You know, Martini actually threw a couple of shots saying it's a joke that Dallas Steele didn't violate the wellness policy. There's been a couple of people since Dallas Steele debuted who have accused him of using steroids, if you will. But he is clean. Looks that way from his own hard work. But there is the challenger, the former champion. No more partying. There will be no fun as Martini looks to become a 2-time international champion. And I do not envy him having to stand across the ring from that fucking brute with the title draped over his shoulder. The international champion. Oh, are you kidding me? Rip in peace, we'll have to get the dogs barking. Good old Mama Yuri just got home. But here we go. The international championship is on the line as referee Perry White takes it in his hands, going to show it off to Martini, who nods his head. Lifts it up high for all to see. And here we go. Topher, you dirty dog. No fun. The genetic perfection one-on-one. Our first of two championship matches. Can't talk tonight. Has a hold of Martini's arm. I gotta say, Martini can't be too comfortable be competing in that police vest. And should it even be legal? I feel like that's gonna absorb a lot of the blows to his chest and back. I don't know. Not too sure about it. Okay. Some serious power displayed right there. Your Dallas Steele's near 300 pounds, just whipped across the ring by his leg. Punch to the midsection, though. said I'd take nothing away from Dallas Steel. Certainly not going to count out Martini. You know, became champion in the first place for a reason. I didn't agree with all of those people that were saying he was a fluke and the only reason he won the title was because of the fans. You know, leading up to SummerSlam, he was on a huge tear, knocking off everybody put in front of him. Now he's got this new nasty attitude about him, though, and I'm certainly not a big fan of that. Up on a one knee, punch to the top of the head. You know, Dallas Steel's never threatened to bash my brains in with a baton, so I got to say I might be a little bit biased here between these two. Irish whip rebounds, does the challenge, and the former champion dunks a clothesline, gets one off of his own. Follows through by bringing Dallas Steel up to his feet, only to be dropped again with a reverse DDT, punch to the top of the head. Now a little bit of a Sambo slam, elbow drop to the shoulder to follow up. Seated position. Is that the actual tweet? Oh no, a tweet here from Reynard Audrey says, unfair, yes. Satisfying? You bet your bloody arse it was. Why has it got to be a bloody ass? Irish whip. Dallas Steel now put out onto the apron. And a shoulder thrust going to knock Steel down to the outside. Dropped right on his derriere. Of course, the just straight up concrete that lies beneath those thin pads. As the referee begins his count, let's remember that Dallas Steel has the champion's advantage. He can retain on a count out disqualification. Martini cannot win it that way, though. Got to be by pinfall or submission. He has to know that. Just looking to use the ring as a weapon right down onto that apron, where all of the hardest parts of the ring come together. And just pure metal. What is Martini doing? Slammed into the announce table now. Count of 7. We are getting into dangerous territory, Martini. There we go. Right before 9. Going to make sure this matchup continues. Does not dash his own championship aspirations. Just a 1 count, though. Never forget Police Squad. A tweet here from Police Squad. The former Fusion Tag Team Champion says, not even a real cop. First time we heard from them since last season. As Dallas Steel forced to take a quick reprieve to the outside. Might have been a trap, though, that Martini just fell for. Dallas Steel is a mean guy, and I would not be surprised if he took that champion's advantage. Of course, he loves tearing his opponents apart. Dallas Steel actually said on Twitter, if Martini wants his rematch, I am game. Actually issued pretty much an open challenge. The entire locker room said, anybody that wants to step up, I will be glad to tear you apart. We're at a count of 5 now as Dallas Steel just cradling Martini like a baby scoop slam onto the apron, and Martini just collapsed like a wet spaghetti noodle. Oh my God. Oh, the count just restarted, huh? He didn't even really go back on the ring. Oh, and now a sit out. I guess that's good for Martini. They'll sit out powerbomb. The just absolutely unparalleled strength that Martini is just getting hammered with. Dallas Steel is just an incredible specimen. Count of 4 though now as Martini goes for a right overhead. Back body drop. The international title is on the line. Our first of 2 title matches. Of course, our main event, imaginary friends will challenge Click for the World Tag Team titles. Count of 6. This fight's got to get taken back in the ring, boys. Goes for a straightjacket elevated DDT. I think 7 now. Oh, no, don't tell me. Suplex toss. Just being whipped around like a wag dog. No. Count of 8, 9. Oh, Dallas Steel's gonna do it. 10. The perfect specimen retains his title via countout after mauling Martini for a championship celebration, but indeed does retain his gold. Not even being bothered. He just used the ringside area to tear apart Martini. Oh, man, Steel retains it. Remember, though, he's got his next defense coming up in just 3 weeks at Wildcard. Every champion at Genesis going to have to retain, or hopefully retain their titles, and defending them against completely unknown challenges. Maybe Martini will get lucky again. We'll have to wait and see tonight. He gets just murdered and left to rot ringside. All right, my lovelies. It is our tertiary main event here, as Jaquan Shea and John Reed return to action after being suspended both for the past 2 weeks. Following, remember, Jaquan Shea had defeated Mercantile to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. John Reed was ringside after the match had ended. Reed and Jaquan got into a hellacious brawl that ended up getting so bad that General Manager Castle Faith tried to come out and break it up, got caught in the crossfire, and she would suspend both men that night, saying that things were getting out of control between them, which of course meant that Jaquan Shea lost out on his chamber opportunity. Who knows? It could be a completely different outcome, completely different landscape here on Genesis if Jaquan was a part of that chamber. But now both men are back and looking to settle the beef once and for all as voted by the CMV Universe in this 2 out of 3 falls Anarchy Rules match. The title is not on the line, but a win for Jaquan most definitely could see himself get a future crack at the title he once held. We know that John Reed will defend the title next week against an opponent of the fans' choosing. Currently on our website, a poll is active. You can vote between Nicholas Hemmerling, Luke Swanson, or D'Angelo Prince. I think last time I checked, Prince was leading. Got that win earlier tonight at the top of our show. Look at that, these dollar bills dropping from the ceiling. John Reed earlier tonight able to see his boys in 7 Deadly Sins capture that victory. Let's see if he can work off the momentum. Still to come on our main event, the World Tag Team titles will be defended. History could be made as Click defend against Imaginary Friends. As here comes the twisted and demented Anarchy champion, John Reed. First time we're actually seeing him in action, believe it or not, since he won the title. Remember, he had a chamber qualifier following SummerSlam, but he was Matsuda Tanaka. But Jaquan Shea returned and attacked him before that match happened. So Reed, gotta wonder if there might be a bit of ring rust on him. A full month he hasn't competed. We'll find out right here, I guess. It's one hell of a match to return to. Anarchy Rules, anything goes. And 2 out of 3 falls. So here we go, Jaquan Shea, John Reed, 1-on-1. Reed won that title back at CyberSlam. He was also voted in along with Lance Martini, but he for the Anarchy Championship match, obviously. Beating out Chris Andrews and Alistair Nax to capture the gold as Jaquan Shea. Watch out, referee Perry White. Oh! Check that reversal right there. Those quick reflexes by Reed. I think Jaquan went for like a takedown or something. Instead, got a boot right down the gullet. Now into the second turnbuckle, and Reed gonna beckon for Shea to rise up to his feet. The Anarchy champion takes an early leap of faith for a double axe handle. Yeah, we actually haven't. I've been curious since Jaquan returned. I've been very curious about that. I asked him about it a couple of weeks ago before he got suspended. I said, "Hey man, what happened to your eye?" And he just closed his one good eye and just stared at me, and then walked off. I don't know. I didn't really know what to make of that. I decided it'd be better just not pursue any further. As right now, Jaquan Shea, they're gonna go for the people's elbow. Right down onto the heart. John Reed writhing in agony as he's able to move out of the way of that stomp, though. Now overhead. Jaquan Shea, quick thinking, counters reverse DDT. This is 2 out of 3 falls, remember. Pinfall or submission in the ring. Usually disqualifications, countouts would be in effect. This is Anarchy rules as well, which means that anything goes. It's not falls count anywhere, though. Got to remember that. Stomp down onto the knee as Reed's brought up to his feet. Jawbreaker, though, as he was lying in wait. Staggers Jaquan just a little bit, enough as he tries to close in. Instead gets a kick to the midsection. Goes for it again. Tripped up back and forth. These two go as he ties up the legs for a lasso from El Paso. Oh, able to get out of that rather quickly with Jaquan. So whipping Reed right into the apron. Action roll. Was that a super kick even? I don't even know what that was. Like a little cheeky side kick. Got the job done at the end of the day as here we go. Anarchy rules. We're about to get introduced to, bringing out the tables. And just gonna throw it down. Okay. Punch to the midsection. Jaquan, I'm sure, is thankful that Reed did not try to bash his skull in right there. Oh, look at this, guys. We have a tweet from Lance Martini. He says, "You want a party? Look no further. A search party has begun for the legitimacy of that victory. This is attempted murder. That was a hit and run. But in return for turning a blind eye, I demand a prison cell match. Loser serves hard time. Hashtag system of justice." I really don't know what to make of that tweet at all. I don't know what a prison cell match is. I think Martina's going to have to elaborate more on that, but he seems to be calling out Dallas Steel for a rematch, is what I can gather mostly from that. As Reed throws Jaquan Shea head first into the ring post, now a stomp down out of the chest, as the Anarchy champion going to just politely help Jaquan back up to his feet, like the good humanitarian he is. Tossing him back into the ring. He knows that pinfall submissions only qualify within the ropes. Knee up under the chest right there. Fishbowl match. Lateral press kick out at 1 by John Reed. Jaquan Shea, a former Anarchy champion in his own right, prior to him returning and attacking John Reed at the top of last month. We hadn't seen him since Exodus, where he lost to the debuting Matsuda Tanaka. Matsuda Tanaka, who returns to action next week, by the way. Right now, John Reed goes for a scoop slam. We really don't know what exactly the motivation was for Jaquan Shea to attack John Reed. I had hypothesized that it was because he was Anarchy champion and Jaquan wants to reclaim his title. But now it's gotten much more personal. That check for a 630 senton off the second turnbuckle? That is some athleticism. Unfortunately, it does not pay off as now Reed goes back up to the second turnbuckle. Okay, I just received confirmation that a prison cell match is a steel cage. I see. So, Lance Martini challenging Dallas Steel to a steel cage match. Steel within steel. Once again, that knee to the chest in the corner, then a senton to follow through. John Reed, another senton, all right. We get a third? No, okay, he's had quite enough. Stomp up under the bicep as Jaquan is grabbed on the sides of his head, face to face. They look at each other. Michinoku driver, still no falls scored. Maybe we'll have one right here. 1, just a 1 count. Stomped on out of the arm. Jaquan Shea is reeling right now, and John Reed knows it. Bullplex throws him right overhead. You know John Reed wants to get that momentum heading into his defense next week against what is looking to be D'Angelo Prince, and Prince has been on a roll since his return, so Reed does not want to take that match lightly, as he cannot take this one lightly. Should not overlook it. I'm sure he won't. Jaquan with a neck breaker. And then a little bit of a swag walk. See, he's got those the Supreme logo on his tights there. Don't know how I feel about that. Rice comes in the front row. Punch to the midsection up to the second turnbuckle. And Jaquan Shea going to go for a somersault cutter out of the corner. Oh, Reed might have broken his nose, guys. He just classed it out of there. It's never a good sign, especially if you're a champion to get an injury. You've had people have to relinquish titles in the past. Look at Zach Cage. The end of last season, winning the international title, having to vacate it going into this season because of a concussion. the back suplex, and Jaquan was going to try for a kip up, but had nothing left in the tank in order to do so. Now both men are down. Looking up at the lights, still no falls scored. These guys just in la-la land. Who's going to start moving first? Reed, okay, John Reed using the ropes. Notice, I think Jaquan might have killed himself. Good God. Hook's not going to go for the pin. If he gets that, that would be great. No, just a 1 count. Tries for a kick to the back of the head. Jaquan Shea with the instincts to see it coming. I think he might have just countered a signature. Not good news for Jaquan. Into the midsection, though. Reed is going in. Irish whip out of the corner. Oh, back into the corner. Rebounds off the ropes. Oh, a little bit of vindication. Yeah, big voice Vindy fan. Reeling is Jaquan Shea, and I'm sure Zach Cage is actually watching this one. He's a part of the 7 Deadly Sins, cheering his leader on. Snapmare right there, and Jaquan Shea with a roundhouse kick. Boot planted to the side of the head. That's going to ring John Reed's bell. Jaquan Shea looks to score the fall. Just a 1 count. That's actually very surprising. Oh, too sweet, baby. Jaquan Shea paying homage to Click there, who we'll see in action later on in our main event, defending the World Tag Team titles against imaginary friend. Spear out of nowhere by Reed. 1, 2, 3, and John Reed scores the first fall, catching Jaquan Shea off guard with a hellacious spear. Immediately exiting the ring now, looking for a weapon as Jaquan gets to his feet out of instinct, kendo stick in hand, bam, right over the skull. Jaquan Shea is now down 1 point as John Reed looks to make the second fall a quick one. Back into the ring after that kendo stick connected flush with the skull. Reeling as the Anarchy champion goes up to the second turnbuckle, beckons for Jaquan to get to his feet. Double axe handle, closed fists to the top of the head. That skull of Jaquan's definitely the target now for the hellish John Reed. You see what I did there? Chrissy, you don't know nothing, all right? Why don't you get on commentary and school us a little bit then, huh? Up over the shoulders, John Reed, single knee gutbuster, is able to keep this matchup in his corner. Jaquan Shea, very, very smart, though, to roll to the outside, knowing that he's in trouble and cannot be pinned or submitted out here, but a spine buster. I think that was the slickest thing I've ever said, hellish. Hook to the jaw, gonna turn Jaquan Shea around. Shea, though, still trying to keep his head above the water. Gotta respect the tenacity. And a little bit of a mat slam. I guess they're not on the mat, though, so an outside slam? I don't know. Back into the ring, Shea looks to tie it up. Currently, John Reed is leading by 1 in this 2 out of 3 falls match. Goes for a desperation pin. Will it be enough? 1, 2. Not even a 2 count. Got a little bit ahead of myself there. Jaquan Shea goes to the apron. I don't know that a risk like this is so smart late into this matchup, but it pays off, so what do I know? Stomp to the back of the head. Jaquan Shea, you know, this is, besides their personal beef they're looking to settle here, Jaquan knows that this win could put him next in line for a shot at that Anarchy Championship. Maybe make next week's match a triple threat, along with whoever wins the poll. But right now, a tour of hell is what Jaquan Shea has in his future. And now Reed moonwalking into the corner. I don't know about this strategy here. Just staring down at Jaquan, who's completely eyes glazed over. Perry White. If I were him, I'd go and check on Jaquan. This matchup might need to be called off. I don't know what John Reed's doing still, just moonwalking into the corner. Never know what John Reed's doing, though. Again, just, okay, gonna moonwalk under the ropes this time. And here's a tweet, guys, from El Jefe, who says, so happy I was named the first entrant into this year's Absolution Royal Rumble. Congrats also goes out to the Gary Reed. Maybe I'll see you in there. Arriba! Spear again countered by Shea that time. John Reed wasted way too much time showing us his moonwalking skills. And now going to pay for it as Shaquan Shea with a brainbuster. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Jaquan ties it up. We are 1-1 in this 2 out of 3 falls match. John Reed just screwed himself big time. He could have easily gotten the win. Oh, now a snapdragon suplex. And it's Jaquan who's going to go digging for a weapon of war. Metal bat pulled out. Right across the back of John Reed. Reed moves out of the way, though. No, not going to miss that time, though. Right on target. El Jefe, I'm sure, backstage with Joey Bacon and watching this matchup and certainly very excited to be a part of that Royal Rumble match. He and Gary Reed, the first 2 official entrants into this year's Rumble that goes down in 4 weeks' time at Absolution. Gary Reed, of course, won a newcomers tournament earlier this week at a live event to get his spot as Reed with the belly tries to bring home the win, but not enough. The next fall wins. Jaquan Shea brought to see both these guys drenched in sweat, shoulders absolutely slumped, very sluggish. They are tired, running on nothing but fumes. Another bullplex by Reed. The Anarchy champion looking at Jaquan's one good eye as he Irish whips her to the corner. Barreling down, boot to the jaw, though, turns her about now from behind. A teardrop suplex. You don't see those too often. Beautiful maneuver, now dropped to a lateral press. There are no rope breaks to this, not like it would really matter, but not going to get himself the 3 days. Looking for Jaquan again under the ring. This might be one of the most hardcore matches we've had this season. Now a ladder being introduced. We've had the table, the kendo stick, the bat. This ain't a ladder match. Oh no, the ladder. We saw that very weapon utilized some weeks ago. Josh Wolf just absolutely tore Schmitty apart, and that's exactly what Shea's doing here to the Anarchy champion, repeatedly bringing the ladder down onto the chest and the back. Jaquan Shea feeling mighty good about himself right now as he brings Reed up. Kicks in the midsection, perhaps trying to finish with another brainbuster. Reed, though, still somehow is not done. German suplex reversal. Reed desperately hooks the leg. 1, 2, just the 2 count, though. Jaquan pops back up, trying to catch his bearings, trying to get his wherewithal about him. John Reed just digging some elbows right down onto the chest. And Reed, a second tour of hell for Jaquan Shea. Wasting no time either. Reed knows he's got to finish this matchup off. He's risking injury at this point going into his title defense next week. Michinoku driver. Doesn't go for the pin, rolls out of the ring instead. Does Jaquan now going to grab a steel chair? Oh, doesn't use it though. Says, never mind. Goes for a dropkick, misses horribly. Oh no! Reed, it's not false count anywhere but Johnny Boy with a spear! A second time. He can get Jaquan back in the ring now. It's over. Jaquan absolutely limp as Reed just has his way with him. No! Jaquan still. I don't know what he's using to stay alive. Arm drag. Jaquan Shea. Wrist clutch, Northern Light suplex with a bridge, with a bridge, with a bridge. 1, 2. Only the 2 count. Not able to take it home. But perhaps, with the Kiwi Crushers, repeated kicks to the chest, lighting that thing up like the 4th of July. And that final one we all know goes right to the back of the head. Reed is out, but Jaquan Shea wants to make sure, wants to put the exclamation point on this victory. Oh my God, the ladder, guys, the ladder. Will it connect? Brain buster. 1, 2, 3. Shaquan Shea knocks off the Anarchy champion after a brutal 2 out of 3 falls Anarchy rules match. That was pay-per-view worthy. What a collision. See Shaquan Shea get a huge W and puts himself right up there atop the rankings. Might be awaiting whoever walks out next week. What's looking to be D'Angelo Prince versus John Reed for the title. Again, it can still change if you haven't voted yet. You can do so at our website, cmvwrestling.com. But Shaquan Shea, man. Yes, this is a non-title matchup. Reed really did blow it big time. He could have won. He could have gone 2-0, but for some reason he wanted to practice his moonwalking. And then he hit a spear on the outside where he couldn't pin Shaquan. I don't know why he did that. But Shaquan Shea, impressive as ever, is back with a bang. Unbeaten since his return. Move, make it move, make it $1 million moves. All right, guys, before we get to our main event of the evening, the World Tag Team titles will be on the line when Imaginary French Challenge Click history up in the air as well, along with the gold. We have got quite a bout here for our co-main event as the former Anarchy champion Guri Sukhanov goes head-to-head with Hall of Famer Paul Anderson. This matchup stemming from the Elimination Chamber the past Sunday at Point Break, where Paul Anderson eliminated Sukhanov to guarantee us a new Alpha World Champion, of course, which would be the Brit. Kicked off the show tonight with a tag victory alongside D'Angelo Prince over Bob Luger and Elijah Stewart. Guri has enacted his rematch clause, and he will receive it in 4 weeks' time at the 3rd annual Absolution. Whether or not Chris Andrews will be champion come then, we do not know, because of course, he will defend the title in 3 weeks at the special event Wild Card against an unknown challenger. But no matter who awaits him, the Russian Ogre will look to reclaim the Alpha World Championship. Maybe going to look to reclaim the Anarchy as well. Maybe all the titles and all of CMV. But for 3 months, Sukhanov held that title, and nobody could even touch him. It took the Elimination Chamber and 5 other men to put him down and to take the title off of him. As now he looks to make the person who cost him the championship pay. Anderson, man, shocked, I think, everybody in the CMV universe by defeating Matsuda Tanaka. Tanaka's only defeat to date to qualify, and then went even further, eliminating Sukhanov and Luger inside of the chamber. Anderson got to the final 3 before being eliminated himself by Britt. So I'm definitely not gonna throw any shade at Anderson here. I'm not gonna say he can't get this done, but Guri has been unbeaten one-on-one since damn near the start of the season. As here comes Paul Anderson, the CMV Hall of Famer, a former 3-time world champion, King of the Ring winner, and 2-time tag team champion as well. Paul Anderson always has that just cocky swagger and aura about him. This is just two completely different styles colliding. And this one, the raw power of Gary Stukhanov, just a seemingly unstoppable force against the quick wits and dirty heel textbook of Paul Anderson. Of course, we got to watch out for that super kick out of nowhere as well. As our co-main event gets underway, Gary Stukhanov en route to his rematch at Absolution takes on Anderson, who starts things off with a bulldog. Oh my God! If Paul Anderson defeats Gary Stukhanov, I'm gonna hoot and possibly holler. Knee right to the side of the head. Anderson knows that he's got to go hard. Another bulldog. This is really the only way you can go at Gary. Is just 100% full steam ahead. And it is working as, oh, Anderson decides, nah, never mind. Don't want to go leaping off the top. Cheeky jab, kick to the midsection. Another cheeky jab, another cheeky jab, another one. Oh, but what a drop kick. Yes, I'm saying a drop kick from the 400-pound, 6'8" Gary Stukhanov. And then a hammer fist. So going to turn Anderson's face to tenderized meat. And there's that 18-inch bicep flooring over Paul. This matchup quickly changed beats. Regular old knuckle sandwich alone is terrible. How about someone with the hands the size of Stukhanov? Jesus, man. I think one of his hands bigger than my entire head. Oh, and a stomp onto the gut. Isn't that just a drop kick, though? Because he's just falling, technically, and like pushing your feet out. For the layman. That's just what Britt is full of, you know? Piss and vinegar. If Britt got an autopsy after he died, there would be piss and vinegar in him. That's all that would be in there. And probably a can of lager as well. As Anderson is just tossed with ease. Started this matchup so strong, and now Gary is just treating him like a small child being smacked about. And there's that straight right hook that is usually a prelude to that devastating sit-out powerbomb by the Russian Ogre. Yeah, thanks for coming, Paul. Great start. Not such a great end. 1, 2. Oh! What? Look at the reaction of Guri. He's pissed. I can't believe Anderson just kicked out there. All right. Hall of Famer for a reason, folks. Stomp now down onto the shoulder. Anderson looking to rally a comeback. I'm sure he has the support of the CMV Universe behind him. Knee up to the chest. Andrews, no doubt, in the back, or perhaps already at the local pub watching. There's that spinebuster. That's how he eliminated Guri inside the chamber. That patented spinebuster of Anderson's, but that's not going to be enough. Paul knows it. Guri had already endured a lot of damage before he hit that spinebuster. Here comes the super kick. Paul Anderson, the maneuver that won him 3 world titles, 2 tag team championships, and a King of the Ring tournament. 1, 2. No, just a 2 count. Anderson. Might have been a last-ditch effort. Soul, you're not a big Guri fan? Paul looking to maintain control. Clothesline, he knows what this win can do for him. Keep his name mentioned around the Alpha World title scene. Snap power slam to the 400-pounder. 400 pounds, dude. And I think Paul Anderson might be 100 pounds soaking wet. Truly David versus Goliath here. Countered by Guri immediately into a pin. Nearly gets the 3 count, too. Well, remember, we don't even know who Guri might be facing at Absolution. As it stands, it'll be Chris Andrews, but the Brit has to defend his title at Wildcard against I have no idea who. Could be anybody on the Genesis roster. Could be Guri. The freaking red selector decides to do such. Oh, Paul! Oh my God, Paul! Scoop slam. There's that corkscrew elbow drop. That's the move he used to defeat Matsuda Tanaka. 1, 2. Just the 2 count. Oh my God, Paul Anderson at cruiserweight is taking the fight to the super heavyweight former Alpha World Champion Gary Suckinov. That was a... Whew, that did not look like a nice kick to the midsection. Is there any nice kicks to the midsection though? I don't know. Punch to the face, counter with an elbow, super kick out of nowhere again. Oh my God. If he pins Gary Suckinov, I swear, Paul Anderson hooks the tree trunk of a leg. 1, 2. No, Gary kicks out again, and now Paul is beside himself. What's he got to do here? Wild Card is a special event, Bateman. Every single superstar on the Genesis roster is going to be eligible for a championship shot. They'll be put into a randomizer, if you will. And every title will be defended against a completely unknown opponent as Gary lies in wait a second time. Sit out powerbomb. On the way to the rebirth. Oh, did he kick out again? Are you kidding? Paul Anderson kicks out of a second powerbomb. Oh my God. You could have checked out last year's wild card. This will be the second annual coming up in 3 weeks. Holy shit, dude. Paul Anderson. Wow. I don't know what to say. I did not expect this. I'll be truthful. Oh, I'm sure Brule just loved to see him parry away. Inadvertently taken out. Gary Suckinov so big. He went for that body splash. And there was some collateral damage in the form of referee Perry White. Now Anderson dropped onto the top rope. Can't go for any pins, though. Yeah, I think last year we saw, what was it? It was like, I think it was Crow and Adam Adams teamed up to fight for the Fusion Tag Team titles. And we also had, I think it was Kaiva and Josh Wolf teamed up to challenge for the World Tag Team. There's crazy combinations like that. And then we had, it was like Sebastian Frost randomly chosen to fight Schmidt. Actually beat him too. As they, oh my God, Paul! Scoop slam, rebounds, corkscrew elbow drop a second time. Oh my God, Paul! 1, 2, 3. Paul Anderson just beat Gary Suckinov. Gary has not been beaten in singles competition since damn near the very start of this season. Paul Anderson just did it. The Hall of Famer. Where is this coming from? Holy shit. First Matsuda Tanaka's streak. Now Gary Suckinov's streak. Paul Anderson, the true GOAT. Holy shit. Paul Anderson just pinned and defeated Gary Suckinov in the middle of the ring. Oh my God. What does this do to Gary Suckinov's momentum heading into Absolution? And what does this do for Anderson? That's got to put him right up top when it comes to the Alpha World title picture. Incredible. Paul Anderson, Hall of Famer, after nearly a year out of action, comes back this season and stays just getting these huge upsets. Are y'all ready for this main event? Our second of 2 championship matches coming your way to headline episode of 118 of Genesis. The World Tag Team titles on the line, but alongside that, history could be in the making, because if Xander Slate and Randy Orton do, they will break 2 records, the first being most defenses as World Tag Team Champions. They are currently tied with hashtag trending worldwide, 5 defenses apiece. When it comes to that, obviously, if Click get the win, they'll make that 6. And also, if they retain, they are currently tied with the United Kingdom for second longest reign as World Tag Champs in CMV history at 5 months. So, obviously, by the next time Click would defend at Wildcard, be 5 months and 3 weeks. Xander Slate and Randy Orton just been on a whole nother level this season. Truly a blessed combination. Good brothers of partners, Bob Luger and Elijah Stewart. Not such a great start to the night, but they could have finished strong. Of course, they're up against the men they actually defeated at the start of the season back at Deathwish to win the titles. Well, Smiley Danielson, because it was Slate and Orton who took out Freddie Osborne, let's remember. And so Smiley chose Tim LaFave to. So now a chance at redemption, the rematch that they never got. Receiving this opportunity with the victory over Chaos and Order at Point Break, but here they come. Smiley Danielson and Freddie Osborne, the White Rabbit, the Black Rabbit, baby. Looking to become 2-time World Tag Team Champions here tonight. And the main event of Genesis number 118. Again, though, as much as I am a big fan of Imaginary Friends, I love these 2 guys. Can they contend with just perhaps the greatest chemistry I've ever seen in a team in CMV history? Slate and Orton, just a well-oiled machine. Imaginary Friends love to have a good time, but they're going to have to be 100% all business here if they're hoping to walk out with the gold. Is Dule a former World Tag Team Champion, Physics? I don't think so. No. I think he lost his title shot. Freddie didn't. Half outway from once again holding those prestigious World Tag Team titles. Especially over the past 2 years, those titles have elevated so much with the reigns that have been surrounded them. First, you had Extreme Conditions hold the titles for 4 months. Then Cage and Blake beat them, held the titles for 5 months. Now Click on the verge of breaking not 1 but 2 records here tonight. And a tweet here from Josh Wolf, I'm assuming in support of Imaginary Friends, simply says, tear them apart. Wolf looking for allies wherever he can. Of course, it is war he's waging against Click. The OG Dirty Heels, Xander Slate. The Milkman, Randy Orton. Coming off that decisive victory over Matsuda Tanaka and Dave Turner at Point Break. They got to be feeling real good about themselves. These 2 are already first ballot Hall of Famers. They are from Dunn Championships. They currently possess those beautiful new CMV World Tag Team titles being defended here. The challengers, the best friends, the White Rabbit, the Black Rabbit, Freddie Osborne, and Smiley Danielson, former World Tag Team Champions. This is their chance at payback. This is their chance at redemption. Imaginary Friends are ready to go. They've got the support, no doubt, full force of the fans behind them. But as they look across at the 2 holders of the gold, former world champions, the Moo Moo Man, Randy Orton, the whole damn show, Xander Slate, been just about damn near unbeatable this season. Can they get it done once again? Here we go. Referee Perry White going to take the titles from Click. Make sure that everybody here in the arena and watching at home knows exactly what is at stake. As it is going to be Smiley Danielson starting things off for Imaginary Friends. Xander Slate for Click. Here we go. Our main event titles on the line. Rings that bell. Let's get it on. Smiley Danielson caught right out the gate with an enziguri. And Danielson, pretty much against anybody, no matter who he's fighting, going to have a severe size disadvantage. One of the, if not the most smallest men, the entire CMV roster. Fusion Genesis and Unmatched. Growing ferocity too. And immediately Slate gonna enact those dirty heel tactics of his, taking off that top turnbuckle, exposing the steel that lies beneath, now bullying Danielson with a lifting side slam. Smiley already not faring too well, but never count him out. He might be small, but he's got the fight of a man 10 times his size. The spirit of a champion makes a smart tag though to Freddie Osborne. The White Rabbit, who I actually think is taller than Slate. Yeah, he is, maybe a couple of inches. You know, Xander's no small guy, 260 pounds, 6'4". What a spine buster to the White Rabbit. Freddie Osborne, before he and Smiley actually got together to form Imaginary Friends, had won a hell of an unbeaten streak as a single superstar. Was actually had a chance to become the inaugural Rising Star champ before he was taken out with an injury. Knee to the arm, I guess. Oh, and a super kick to the back of the head. What a combination brought together by Slate there. As now an Irish whip into the corner. Looks for a tag to Borton. Slaps hands with the Milkman. Bit of teamwork between the World Tag Team Champions. Double Irish whip. And a double back body drop. Slate is 260 pounds. He's a beefy boy. Borton takes his eyes off the ball. Hot tag to Smiley Danielson now, who high knees the top rope. Chris Benoit's ghost making a surprise appearance. Smiley, dropkick does not take Borton off his feet. Clothesline doesn't even connect. Irish whip on the rebound. Chest bump. Danielson shoots in, trying to use his speed to outmatch Borton here, but not going to catch a half Nelson single knee backbreaker. Stunned Smiley allows Borton to cross the arm straightjacket DDT. The International Championship was retained earlier tonight by Dallas Steele, who won via countout over No Fun Martini. Click do have that very same advantage here. They can retain on a countout or disqualification. Imaginary Friends cannot win the titles doing so, though. Winding elbow drop connects to the back of the head. Smiley Danielson trying to stay afloat for he and Freddie Osborne. Wrestling skills on display. Matt with a waist lock, making Borton is a bitch. Borton fires back, elbow to the midsection, hunches Smiley over in pain. Borton ducks, bam, gets the clothesline anyway, though. Stiff kick to the back and it sends shooting pains up and down Borton's. Oh, spine, what was that, a rocket kick, I think? Or a Claymore, I'm not sure. That was kind of a, not really a great angle to exactly see, guys, but in a flash with a tag to Freddie Osborne. Oh my God. We can have new World Tag Team Champions, Imaginary Friends, double elbow. Oh, spin cycle, senton, fish drop. Hooks the leg, but here comes Slate right away at the counter. Not even one. Freddie Osborne miffed about that, but now Slate gonna punch him right in the jaw as Smiley argues with referee Perry White, tells him to get order here. Slingshot by, oh, Freddie Osborne with the agility, throwing himself right over the ropes. That big ass frame of his across the midsection and chest of Borton. Imaginary French try to keep the driver's seat in their possession. This is vintage Freddie. That wrist clutch, Northern Lights suplex. No, it doesn't pull off the bridge though. Goes for the pin anyhow. 1, 2, 3, what? What? Imaginary Friends are the new tag team champions just like that. What? What the hell? Smiley Danielson, Freddie Osborne are the new CMV World Tag Team Champions. Bourne was still feeling the effects of that spin cycle, followed up by this wrist clutch Northern Lights suplex. I guess Slade thought Borton could kick out. Didn't come in to make the save. Paid for it big time. Imaginary Friend 2 records. Imaginary Friends return to make sure that does not happen. Holy shit. New tag team champions. It was not a good night for Click. Oh, you know, Slade Morton got to be pissed. They're going to be coming back strong for those titles. But tonight, you know, Martini wouldn't be very happy about this, but there's going to be some partying. The White Rabbit, the Black Rabbit, once again in possession of the titles, really, that they never lost. What a shock. What an upset. What a win. Not this time, Goat. Sorry to say. You need it, Topher. You kill yourself, Topher. I don't want that happening. Oh my God, that's crazy. That is insomnia. Just do it. Yo, Dallas still coming in here with the fire. Baby, you still in here? Damn. Where my teeth punk ass at? The bitch. All right. We'll do a battle royal. 6-man, though. For another spot in the Rumble. So a 6-man over the top rope battle royale on this live event will confirm another today, and Gary Reed, who won that newcomers tournament earlier this week at a live event. Remember, you got to know also that just because you know, the loser of this battle royal, the loser of that tournament, does not mean they won't be in the Rumble. There's just a chance that they might not be. You know, El Jefe, Gary Reed, they are 100% confirmed. They will have one of the 30 spots, as will the winner of this battle royal. But there'll still be a chance for the losers. I think I'm just going to choose people. We're not going to do actual winner. So let's see. Hang on one second. Son of a gun. All right, sorry about that. I had to blow my nose. All right, we'll put Tyson Cage in there. Yeah, we'll get you. We'll put you in there. No, Billy Shaw was in the tournament. He ain't gonna get another shot that quick. Namian, should we give Namian a chance to finally get a Battle Royal win? Doesn't have the best of records when it comes to Battle Royals. Let's see. Let's put... let's give Bloody Justice a chance. Let's give him an opportunity to qualify for the Rumble. Chrissy, how dare you? Yo, let's have new guy Stan Bowers make his debut here. Botch's new call. Great debut for him. And last but not least, let's put Lucy Sin in there. Big Luce. Get the 6th spot. All right, so here we go. We will have... It was on the live event after Fusion Goat. He didn't actually have a match. We have finals. The other ones were simmed. I think he made it to the semis and then lost to J Money. So El Jefe, Gary Reed, about to be joined in the Royal Rumble lineup by one of these 6 men and will have a guaranteed spot in this year's Royal Rumble. Tyson Cage, Maseo Yum, Namian Audrey, Bloody Justice, debuting Stan Bowers, and Lucifer Sin. Immediately you can see Stan Bowers has got and immediately eliminated. What a debut. I gotta give that one a clap. What a debut for Stan Bowers. Hey, at least Namian wasn't the first eliminated. Well, welcome to CMV, Mr. Bowers. Hopefully you can bounce back in your actual debut. But you will not be going to the Royal Rumble. But still, you getting out the young letter real quick. Having absolutely none of that. Namian and Audrey going at it with Tyson Cage. Meanwhile, Bloody Justice works on Lucifer Sin with a neck crank. And Bowers is like, what happened? He got up like, wait a minute, huh? Wait, is this a battle royal? Take down by Lucifer Sin. Gets off the forearm to the shoulder. Maseo Yuma, a thick boy, most definitely going to be difficult to get out of this battle royal. A part of Global Offensive. Along with Harvey Hastings, Mason Ross, and Nikola Ivanovich brutally assaulted Perry Heenan and Azrael earlier this week on Fusion. Ooh, a little bit of a pump handle driver there by Lucifer Sin. Middle of the ring to former Fusion Tag Team Champion Bloody Justice, another former Fusion Tag Team Champion Tyson Cage in the ring. Of course, he's fresh off that victory over Kendall Wolf. At Point Break. So riding that away with momentum, see if he can use it here to get himself a 100% guaranteed spot in the Royal Rumble. There's a tweet from Harvey Hastings says, I don't know Japanese, but good luck in Japanese to you. Hashtag GO. Shaw would be 4-1 because technically he won the opening match, then lost in the semis, so he's 4-1. Five men. Oh, still remain. Ooh, a little bit of burn there. Whew. Am I dying? Probably. Maseo Yum looks to get a second elimination. The soon-to-be movie star, dashing Tyson Cage's number may be up as Lucifer Sin looks to keep Namian on his losing streak when it comes to Battle Royals. There we go, Namian Audrey, the second man eliminated, and then there were 4. As Sin, now the impressive newcomer, takes out Big Man Yum, former Rising Star champion, with that DDT. And Namian's like, come on, stop putting me in Battle Royals already. Backslide driver as dashing Tyson Cage just gonna get eliminated Chris Benoit's ghost. He's not going to the Rumble. One of these 4 men will get a 100% spot in the Rumble locked down for themselves. Join El Jefe and Gary Reed as the currently announced Oh, Sin. Bloody Justice. Bloody Justice in trouble. Pump handle set up. Over the shoulders. And Justice is eliminated. 2 eliminations now for Sin, who's going to celebrate by bashing his own brains in. Here comes Tyson Cage from behind. Gonna make Sin pay for it. Sin eliminated. Tyson Cage and Masao Yume, the final 2. Which of these 2 guys is going to the Royal Rumble match? Certainly will be a different landscape. Tyson just punched Masao Yume in the pec. Was like, well, that didn't work. Yo, what up, Precious, my friend? Welcome to CMV. You're catching us at the end of our stream, but if you would like to join, we are Xbox One. ! CMV will give you a bit of information there. If you're just here to watch, welcome. Hopefully you can catch us again, because like I said, we are about to finish this stream off. This is the last match of this Battle Royal, and Masao Yume with a German suplex. But that's not all. Everybody's loving these Rainmakers lately. Big ol' short arm clothesline. Masao Yume looks to punch his ticket to the 6th annual Royal Rumble in 4 weeks' time. Oh boy, see you bye, Tyson Cage. You still got your movie. Oh jeez, you have to kill him. Masao Yume murders Tyson Cage to get himself a solidified spot in the Royal Rumble in 4 weeks' time, joining El Jefe and Gary Reed. Good God. Masao Yume. Goddamn. Look at this. Jesus. Good Lord. Tyson Cage. Masao Yume is going to the Royal Rumble. Yeah, the replay stopped as soon as he actually was about to throw him. That's the part we wanted to see. Later. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah. All right, guys, as always, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you do follow me so that you know when I go live, get that cheeky notification. ! CMB in the chat will let you know more information about us. ! Join will give you a link to our website if you're interested in joining. We are Xbox One, but you are more than welcome. And all the past episodes are on my YouTube channel, linked on my Twitch info page if you want to check those out. So I will see you guys on Monday for some Fusion.